Alright, hello folks. Today I'm going to show you how to create lists out of your progressions and other programming variables, and then use those lists in data validation to allow you to select the category of exercise you want, and then have your exercise show up based on that category. And then also how to get our rep maxes related to that, and allow you to use drop-down sets, reps, tempo, rest, percent here. We can add that in from this list here. So what I'm going to do is show you how we make this percent list, and then how we tell it to become a drop-down menu here. 100%. Okay, so if I simply just select this, go over here and type in percent, I will have a list now called percent that refers to this range of cells. So if I, just to double check, go to formulas at the top here, name manager, if I look, these are all the lists I've created. Okay, you have to create one for each area. You can see now I have a percent list here. Okay, it refers to my category table and header percent and whatever's underneath that. Okay, so if I close that, now if I go down to percent, select all the cells because they're all going to have the same data validation. I'm going to go back to data. I'm going to go data validation, data validation. We want a list, okay? And here I can either type equals percent, or if you forget your names, if you just press F3 while you're there, it'll show up. Okay, and there's percent. Okay, okay. Now if I go here, I have a drop down of percentages. Okay, that's how we do these regular ones. Okay. Now if we want to do indirect data validation, which is what I'm using to have the category name tell me what list I want under exercises, that works a little differently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to this one, and I'm just going to clear the data validation on this one right now so that I can redo it. Okay, so there's no data validation here, but we've put the list here. Okay, this is bringing us our category list, which refers to this here, this range of cells. Okay, so we have that set up already. But under exercise, we need to do something a little different. When we go to data validation, we're going to make a list again, but this time we have to use an indirect function. So equals indirect, bracket, the indirect, I want it to refer to that cell. You'll see that the dollar signs are there. That means that no matter where I drag that, it will stay C21, and you might not want that. Okay, so if I delete the dollar signs, okay, what that then allows me to do, if I press OK, is I can then drag it down, and it will refer to this here. Okay, so if I drag this down again, and I change this category to press, say, you'll now see that this list refers to presses. This one still to posterior work. Okay, now how do you tell this to look up a rep max? So let's say I have a named range here. This range I've done is I've named it rep max, okay? RM. Okay, so if I, again, go to formulas, name manager, look up RM, okay? It's looking at table 4, hashtag all, okay? So at RM, all we have to do is tell it to do an H lookup because we're looking up along the horizontal list here. H lookup, look up the category title, tell it the table array is RM, okay? And the row index number, so how many rows down from the title that it finds. So this one's looking for pull, so it will go to pull. How many rows down do we want it to retrieve the number? We're going 2 because the count starts at the top of the selection. So this is row 1, row 2. And then we use false because we want the range lookup to be exactly the category name, okay? And then you can just simply drag that down, and it's going to return these 1RMs here based on the category that you've chosen. Now, if we go to percent, we have 60%. This is a very simple formula under load now. We can just go equals percent times RM. So now this person's going to lift 63 kilos, 3 sets of 5. So I hope this spurs some ideas around how to start programming using lists for your progressions, and even getting some automatic RMs put in here. If you see, if I switch this to squat, now my RM's changing. Switch this to posterior, RM's changing, right? Okay, enjoy.